Back, family! Thank you for coming back, you all. This two-part series. So if you're out there just seeing it, make sure y'all watch the other part. But you're here at the game of life. Your host, yours truly, the real OG. To my real OGs and my OG mamas and my future people that's doing things out here, my movers and shakers, and to my people that just want to, live life and be cool. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're just getting this in the future, where you been? We glad you finally found us. Game of Life, where things get real. We talk about community, health, wealth, and happiness. Today's news topics. Y'all make sure y'all go out there and check it out. Sundial.tv. If you check it, seeing it on other social media platforms. That's sundial.tv. That's www. Sometimes www.sundial.tv. 7 p.m. Monday to Wednesday. Fridays reruns. We have new shows coming out on Mondays and Wednesdays. So make sure y'all tuning in, supporting us. What we doing? Back to the topics that we had left off from. Was on the ideas and beliefs in our self that's out here, and we were on talking about the oppressors, our oppressors that's here oppressing I guess the larger community. And right now, as y'all can see, I'm a black man, so I'm talking about the black community right now, and people who are affecting the black community. Winning and losing are two different things, you know what I'm saying? We have a lot of people in our community who are doing some good things and great things, you know what I'm saying? But as a whole, our community is at the losing. Having success and failure is an idea, you know what I'm saying? It's a belief. If you get into the belief of being okay with, failing, okay with losing, we don't want those things to be creeping in. And I'm talking to us as a general community about winning and losing and having success in your life. What's the difference between a winner and a loser? You know what I'm saying? And if you got a good fight, like we got, the basketball series going on, and it's coming down to that final moment. I mean, it's about, who gonna, really step up and really want it. You know what I mean? Because if you're in a 7-game series and it's game 7, everything on the line, and it's down to the wire, and they make a bucket. Okay, somebody got to step up and either believe that they can, you know what I'm saying, or start believing that, hey, I can't do it, you know what I mean? That's the difference between winning and failing. And you can come back. I mean, hey, because you lost today don't mean you can't win tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? The day might just not be your day. If you're a true champion, you know what I'm saying? True champions, they've been knocked down. They know how to get up. Losers, they know how to stay down, you know what I'm saying? And people that's used to failing, they just like, hey, okay, you know what I'm saying? That's the attitude. So black community, we need to be getting up, getting on it, you know what I'm saying? And just in general, we want people to have that feeling, you know what I'm saying? We don't want to be in that failure mode where you losing your effort, you know what I'm saying? Start not believing in yourself. We want you to bring that inner God spirit out, you know what I'm saying? And be motivated about life, you know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people out here that's unmotivated about life. Now, I'm gonna get back into that. We're talking about the oppressors and the indoctrinations within our teachers. I was spoken the last one was about the teachers, our general teachers that's not actually, doing the curriculum. This happens at the gubernatorial, level, in the Senate and House, and people that they put over being over education. And you are the people that's writing these curriculums for these teachers to give out here. So understanding that, hey, it's a oppressed situation that's being handed out here in a false belief. Like when you sitting out here believing that Christopher Columbus discovered America, and you selling this to your students out here, and now this is not no lie. And every one of y'all, if you've been in the United States and you talking the social studies, different stuff, Christopher Columbus discovered America. How the hell you discover something when people are already there? No, you just can't. You didn't know nothing about it. Now you know something about it. So what you saying? These people didn't exist, and we talking about even before the Indians was here. It was other people that came and migrated through this area. You know what I'm saying? So let's stop. People, let's stop. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people like, well, dude, ain't this that? Okay, is that a fact or not a fact? I'm gonna let y'all go out there and get in the people that's saying that they believe that Christopher Columbus really discovered America. It's a whole lot of other stuff that we've been given out here just as crazy as that. It's just about calling it out. I mean, some of y'all out there maybe believe in the Easter Bunny, and it's okay for us to tell our kids about Easter Bunny and Santa Claus and these different things. There's a lot of things out here that just ain't true, and if you're a grown person, you need to be, waking up to reality, you know what I'm saying, to some realness. Because you leading our future, you know what I'm saying? And this is how we going to get into this oppressed situation and people feeling like, hey, it's okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to pull up about the U.S. Incarceration rates that we have going on. Okay. This is the U.S. incarceration rate. 2.3 million people was incarcerated in 2016. As of 2016, 2.3 million people were incarcerated in the United States at a rate of 698 people per 100,000. Total U.S. incarceration peaked in 2008. Total correction population, prison, jails, probations, parole peaked in 2007, 2008. The U.S. had around 24.7% of the world's 9.8 million prisoners. Okay. Understanding that, I'm gonna get into this chart here in a second. It's roughly 10 million people in the whole world incarcerated. The whole effing world, y'all. We not even the biggest country. You hear what I'm saying? We're not even the big. You're talking about 25% of prisoners on planet Earth. Planet Earth. We ain't game of life. If this ain't a game, I don't know what is. Wake up. Please wake up. 25% of the prison system within the United States, inside the world, is incarcerated here in the United States of America. So America is supposed to be the land of the milk and honey, and you got 25% of the world population locked up. Some ain't working out around here too correct, or are you too touchy about everything and people getting locked up about everything. And now the sad part is the majority of those people that are locked up look like me. They're black people, you know what I'm saying? They have melanated skin. And behind that are your Latino community. So you're not the community that have any power. Back to where I was talking about power, you know what I'm saying? And oppressor. I understand. I'm not expecting, yeah, if I was in control, like I said, I know how to take my feelings off, and a lot of you all may get super frustrated out there when I take your feelings off and get all emotional, and then you're not doing anything or coming up with any ideas, even for yourself. And it starts at home for self. Start at home for self. Make sure you're doing that. Take care of your family and make sure you're taking care of your kids and teaching them, better things and better thoughts so they can know how to deal with this society out here. Because this society is a mean thing. It's a real game that we playing out here. But the U.S. incarceration rate is 9 times higher than Germany, 8 times higher than Italy. Italy is a very small country, but we going by per 100,000, the capita. So that makes it everything is the same. 8 times higher. So I mean, they got a better policing system. They be people that they don't steal. I mean, come on, work with me. 5 times higher than the UK, 15 times higher than Japan. It got a lot to do with, who started and built this country. They sent a bunch of thieves and everything else over here to start the country, you know what I'm saying? So I understand where we at. Some people gonna be like, oh, he da 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 da, forefathers, no. Okay, whatever. Our community been here for every war that's been happened in this country. So I don't want to hear shit about go away or this or that. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gave blood, sweat, and tears here. So we should have been had a seat at the table. Been had a seat at the table. I need y'all to wake up and start thinking in those terms that not that you asking for something, you owed something. You owed seats at this table. I'm loving that we here in this space that we have things that we can reach one another and communicate, and it ain't gonna be indoctrinated to put their own spin on it. You know what I mean? You just getting how I feel, and this is really how people talk on the street about stuff, but it don't never get to where it need to get. You know what I'm saying? The people that's making the decision, the people that making decisions like, okay, well, man, I'm making X amount now, and if I cut this pie, I ain't gonna be making X amount now. Well, look, that's called greed. You know what I'm saying? You only can eat so much. You only can have so much. You know what I'm saying? You see, I spoke here on past shows. You have to go back and make sure you see the show, but I'm trying to get some money too, y'all out here. You know what I'm saying? But I can't feel good having my best friends not having some. The people that's working with me, helping me build to where I'm trying to get, and they don't have anything. Where does this attitude come from? You know what I'm saying? I get it. I'm lost for words when it comes to that situation, I mean, $1 trillion, I guess that's fine, but you should be spreading the wealth amongst your people, so when you go somewhere, everything is looking good, you know what I mean? And we got a lot of poverty here within this small nation. Now let me get to rambling off, because I can easily get off somewhere else. Don't want to do that. But as I talked about on the past show, 50 years, we're going to go back to a little bit of that. In 1978, the incarceration rate was 182 per 100,000. In 2003, that rate went to 710 per 100,000. That's a 4-time jump in 25 years. Now, a lot of that happened within the 1994 crime bill. Okay. In 1970, the prison rate is kind of like where it should have been in a normal situation, because be going back beyond that, and that's why I'm gonna pull up this other chart. It kind of show back from the 1950s it being under 200,000, and even going into the early 70s. You really don't start seeing it ramping up. Where we going to, where we going now in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Where our curve is popping a wheelie. This thing ain't doing nothing but going straight uphill. Straight uphill. And this is about, people, making money. They in turn, and I had a speech that I done to a few churches and other groups about black community, black man. This ain't nothing personal. It ain't that we don't, value you. It ain't that, we don't see you as a human. This just business. This just business, But you see the 200,000, and then you see this growth rate go up to 1.6 million in 2016, and y'all can go ahead and go out there and pull it up. It's on the U.S. incarceration rate data. Y'all can pull that up, but it showed the incarceration rate from 200,000. Like I said, for a country our size, it's about probably what it should be. 200, 300,000. People mess up. You got bad people. We got to get them out of here. You know what I'm saying? You got making up stuff and just giving people. That's when they built in the fear. That's why I tell you all, do not live in fear. When you live in fear, this is how politicians take control of you. Put fear tactics out here, and once we got it indoctrinated that you're a fearful person, a fearful mind, hey, I can do anything I want to you, because I can tell you, hey, look, this is going to happen to you. Hey, you don't want that. No, you don't. Yeah, I ain't telling you the reality of the situation, you know what I mean? It's like going into a bad neighborhood and you see everybody else going in and out because they used to their environment. Now, yeah, there's some shady stuff going on. Things happen, you know what I'm saying? And this probably ain't the best place, to go into, but these people are living within this community, society, and they functioning. Now, you can go to some better places that have income, and that's all this stuff really breaks down to, is about having income within the community. You go to a nice community, their kids leaving bikes out there. Bikes $400-500. They leave them out on the front lawn. You know what I'm saying? They leave their basketball out there on the thing. They leaving their cars unlocked. The back door of the house is unlocked. Everything. Anything about, because that's why I laugh when they say, well, it's a rash crime rate over here in this nice neighborhood. No, it ain't your kids. Your kids on some drugs. That's what that is. Ain't nobody just coming through here. Don't get me wrong, be a few smart criminals that know, okay, we're gonna do this. And a lot of times some inside jobs, people like, hey, I'm finna collect on this insurance and let my paintings get stolen or whatever. And the insurance company know it, and sometimes they rolling with the situation. This is real talk, you know what I'm saying? So we ain't gonna sugarcoat it around here. But you in the badder neighborhoods, you're not leaving the key. They know they leave them bikes out there. They probably ain't gonna be out there in the morning. You leave your car unlocked, certain neighborhoods, they doing a car check on a regular, burglars just going through, just checking locks, you know what I'm saying? You hear about it. Yeah, my car got, why you ain't lock your door? You know better than that, you know what I'm saying? These criminals so lazy, they ain't busting out no. Now, I've heard out there in Atlanta that they getting serious out there, and y'all need to get on top of that out there. You know what I'm saying? That's ridiculous, you know what I'm saying? And what I hear going on out there as far as the carjackings starting back up. Black community, we got to come together and say, no, we not accepting this in our community no more. We got to start policing our own community, you know what I'm saying? We got to start showing better ways to make an income, showing, because it's all that come out of is, two things. A lot of time we have kids out here that don't really need money, but they want to get here so fast. They want it to happen so fast. And then some people never had nothing and they see something, they like, I need it. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you ever been out there and, hey, it's your family and you hungry, hey, I'm going to ask you first. But the next time I come around and you already told me no, I already know what the answer is. So now I got to take it. You know what I'm saying? This is real. This is just the game of life. This is how it works. This is how animals work. You know what I'm saying? This is our humanistic, animalistic inside. You know what I mean? Yeah, but our incarceration rate went to, in 2020, to 1.8 million. And in 2019, it went to a high of 2.1 million people being incarcerated. Now, you seen that Willie, how that chart was popping a Willie, going straight up. This is happening to us brown people out here. You know, when I talked about the whites understanding and believing that, you know, whites are treated better by the police. They 61% believing and 87% of blacks feeling like whites are getting treated better. I mean, because it's a real reality. The majority of the population in the prison is black people. I talked about that in the past thing. A white man's lifetime, he has a 6% chance of going to prison. A black man's lifetime, he have a 32 to 35% chance of going to prison. That's a huge difference. You know what I mean? And all this stuff is really based upon economics. We had these mass shootings happen. The majority of them were about $20. So if we had them where they had more than the $20, you know, well, the George Floyd was a counterfeit bill. That's what this is about, economics. You know what I mean? Let's just wake up to it and understand that we got to get on it. You know, we can't keep, you know, not taking control of our community. And you ain't got to be out here fighting and different stuff like that. We just got to come together, do some politics. Like I said, we got to get off these horizontal issues. Believe in whatever you want to believe in. Christian, Catholic, Jew, Muslim. Believe whatever you want to believe in. We got a problem in our community, the black community. We as human beings, if you white Chinese, and y'all see Chinese, I mean my Asian community, y'all out there, y'all flexing y'all power. And this is something for black people to think. The Asian community, you think about this. You got 2 senators. How much of the population you make up? You got 2 senators. Right now, we got 1 senator. We supposed to make up 13 to 15% of the population. Black people, please think about that. We got 1. Now, we had 2 here, 1 there. They got 2 women senators. Let's get vertical, people. Let's start thinking vertical. Let's come together. Let's really start understanding what power looks like. We have the numbers to have power in our own community. It starts there. We got to have businesses. We got to have political strength. And that's putting people in office. They're gonna be coming around again. I don't know when you're seeing this. White politicians, y'all be back in the black neighborhood because you know we come out strong to vote when we feel a certain way and we in fear. Stop being in fear. Start coming up with some ideas and some real beliefs. Let's make it happen. You know what I'm saying? See how we go when we in these conversations. Hey, y'all come back. They done gave me my 2-minute warning saying, hey, it's time to wrap it up. But we here for you. Let's be for one another. You know what I'm saying? Please, let's be for one another. Make sure y'all being healthy out there and drinking your water, getting out there, exercising, showing your kids these type of things, putting that into their normal life, because we want to be having fun, but we want to be building a community. That can be fun too. Yeah, hey, moving up, knowing, okay, I was here, now I'm going here. I love y'all out there. I'm sending love. I'm hoping y'all sending love back to me. It's the game of life. To my haters, I ain't gonna get you today. We're gonna do some vertical today. We're gonna do some vertical. Y'all out there, if you're catching it on Sundial, y'all make sure y'all sundial.tv. Y'all come out there, check it out there. If you're not on Facebook, if y'all got to go to YouTube, y'all make sure y'all go to YouTube and look it up under Sundial Networks TV show Game of Life. I look forward to seeing you, and I'm thanking you in advance. I love y'all. Till next time, peace, love. Live at Blackstone Smokehouse, showcasing the Eclipse Band and also featuring tomorrow's future talent star, only on Sundial Networks. Tuesday and Thursday nights, 7 p.m. Saturday, 8 p.m. If you're in the live bands, open mic talent, we have a treat for you, only on Sundial Networks. Every Tuesday and Thursday night, 7 p.m. Saturday, 8 p.m. If you're in the Flint area, please come to see the live tape at Blackstone, downtown Flint, every Thursday night, 7 to 10 p.m.
A new TV channel, Sundial.tv. That's SUNDIAL.tv. Urban culture, music, lifestyle, fashion, talk shows, comedy, and more. Check us out at Sundial.tv. TV lineup, what happened to that one-hit wonder? The Battle. New versus old. Top 100 countdown. Old school mix-up. Slow jams. Sundial Soul. Put us in your browser. SUNDIAL.tv.
A new way to watch TV on the web. Check us out. HighD.tv. That's HIGHD.tv. High Dimension Networks. The lineup, top 100 of all time. Old school hip hop. What's new now? Top 10 from the street.
That's my jam.
New to the game. And legends in music. Yeah, that's right. It's about time. Something new in TV. A brand new game. New flavor in TV. High Dimension Network. HIGHD.tv. When you're ready to go from local to global, Web TV can help you reach your prospective audience and hit the target with your product, service, or brand in a personalized ad campaign with business packages from every size of business. When you're ready to do some new and cool stuff, come and see us at Web TV. This could be your commercial being seen by thousands of viewers. You can email us at webtvmedia1@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing from you.